Hey everybody, it's the Roger Rabbit Enthusiast here. I did not script this video, so it's gonna be a bit more rambly than I would like, but I just needed to get this out. I just needed to make a video about this, about this whole situation. So, for those of you who don't know, a couple of days ago, Roger Rabbit's cartoon Spin at Disneyland in Anaheim, California just reopened on May 1st after about a month-long refurbishment, and with it came one massive change that Disney did not announce at all. The ride vehicle no longer spins. Okay, well actually that's a little bit of a lie, but let me explain. You no longer get to choose how the vehicle spins. So Lenny the Cab, which is the ride vehicle that you ride, Lenny can no longer be spun manually, and instead it has an auto spin feature in certain parts of the tracks. And this is a big change because, I mean, the ride is called Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. Spinning the vehicle was the main selling point. That was the gimmick of the ride. That's what separated it from every other dark ride at any Disney park. So as you could see from these pictures, they actually changed the wheel so that it no longer says to spin it. And what's weird is that you could still spin the steering wheel, but it doesn't do anything. So it's like the spinning wheel at Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It doesn't do anything, but you could still spin it if you want. And this also hurts the ride's rewritability, because one of the cool things about Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin was that you can choose how to ride it. You can, spin the wheel like crazy and spin all around, or you can just hold on to the wheel and keep it straight the whole time if you don't like the spinning, or you could decide to just go the ride backwards if you wanted to. It allowed for a lot of rewritability and allowed you to, and because of the spinning, all the scenes are designed with all these details that you wouldn't see on your first ride through. It allowed for rewritability to do the rides differently. But this change is not just good, for both parties, because I know there's some people that don't like the spinning, getting motion sick and whatnot, but you could hold on to the wheel so that it didn't spin if you just preferred to have just a proper ride through like a normal dark ride attraction. But this change is the worst of both parties because as I said earlier, the ride still spins, but it's pre-programmed. It's an auto spin that happens in the ride. So you get the worst of both parties because the people that like the spinning no longer get to choose to spin it, and the people that don't like the spinning, well, because there's auto spinning, so it's not like they can just hold the wheel the whole time and just stop it. So yeah, I do not understand this change at all. I mean, this is the equivalent of if they refurbished Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters and then they made it so that the blasters are just stuck to the vehicle and don't actually, shoot. They're just stuck there just as decoration and nothing else. It's just another dark ride, and that's what Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin is now. It's just another dark ride. And it's weird that it's only in Disneyland, because Tokyo Disneyland doesn't have this change. If you want to ride Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin the way it was originally intended, then I guess go to Tokyo. So according to Mickey Visit, the reason they made this change was based on guest behavior and feedback. So in this case, the ride change now means that they can offer lap sitting for younger guests by making modifications to the steering wheel component, because that was a big thing, was that they were very strict on lap sitting. So I could see why they would make that change, so it's a bit more better and accessible for younger ones and families. And they also shared that this is in a general effort to mitigate the downtime of the attraction, because Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin at Disneyland consistently has very long refurbishments and downtimes because of how often it breaks. This is not a problem at Tokyo, so this is purely an Anaheim Disneyland problem. So yeah, overall, it just pains me to see that they removed this feature, because this is what separated Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin from just any other normal dark ride. It's what made the ride unique, and to see it gone is a real shame. Yeah, sorry to end it on a sour note, but that's gonna be all for this video. So thank you for listening to me, and watching this video, and leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of Roger Rabbit focused content, and comment down below. What do you think of this change? Do you think it's a good change? Do you think it's a bad change? Let me know. I'd like to hear all your thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.